Hi, this is Vadim from Online Training for Everyone. And in this video, we will work through 10 questions specifically designed to help you prepare for the Amazon SDE hiring assessment test. Analytical skills and cognitive reasoning are crucial components of the assessment, evaluating skills such as pattern recognition, logical thinking, spatial reasoning, and problem solving, key abilities for succeeding as software development engineer at Amazon. This video aims to strengthen your abilities, build your confidence, and ensure you're fully prepared to tackle the test with ease. Make sure to stay engaged until the end and attempt to solve 10 questions yourself. This practice will sharpen the essential skills Amazon looks for, improve your ability to analyze and solve complex problems, and keep you motivated throughout your preparation journey. Enjoy the learning process, stay focused, and get ready to approach the test with confidence and success. Let's go ahead and get started. In this question, you're presented with 6 letters, and you need to build an English word. The letters are T, O, P, A, L, P. Here are 2 caveats though. You need to use each letter only once, and you only have about 10 seconds. Let's get started. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? I hope so, because you would be amazed how simple the answer actually is. In fact, what is compact, a foldable device combining a screen and a keyboard designed for versatile computing and productivity on the go? The answer is laptop. Let me spell it for you. L-A-P-T-O-P. And the device is actually extremely cool. And almost everyone used it at least one point in their lives. I hope you got it right. But you might ask, what if I didn't? Try this question to see how you would do. You're presented with 6 letters, and you need to build a word by using each letter only once. The letters are F, O, F, E, D, E. And to make sure you get it 100%, here's the hint for you. It's a morning drink with caffeine. And once you're certain with your answer, post it in comments, and I'll give you my feedback. Good luck with this intriguing challenge. In this question, you're presented with analog clock, which shows current time, and you need to do the calculations for the time adjustment to determine the new time. If the clock is set back by 1 hour and 20 minutes, what would be the new time? Your choices for the answers are choice A, 1:55 p.m., choice B, 1:45 p.m., choice C, 1:25 p.m., and choice D, 1:35 p.m. Are you ready? Let's get started. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? I hope so, because the solution, as well as the way of solving these types of challenges, is surprisingly simple. In fact, you can solve this problem in 3 simple steps. Step 1, understanding it. Step 2, subtracting it in 2 steps. And step 3, check in your work. Let's solve this problem step by step. Let's start with the given time. I didn't tell you, but the clock shows 3:15 p.m. You might say this is obvious, but this is not necessarily so. We're getting used to checking the time on our phones or other digital devices. And to understand the time on analog clock, we need to know 3 important things. There are 3 arrows on the analog clock, and they're called hands, and they have specific names based on their function. Hour hand, which is the shorter hand and indicates the current hour. Minute hand, which is a little longer and shows the current minute. And then there's a second hand, which is optional in some clocks, and which is the thinnest and longest hand, which tracks seconds. Take a look at the positioning of these hands on this particular clock, and the exact time is 3:15 p.m. I think we're done with the step 1. Now let's move to step 2. We need to subtract time in 2 steps. First, let's subtract 1 hour from 3:15. Then subtract 20 minutes from the result to find the new time. 3:15 minus 1 hour equals 2:15. And then subtracting the minutes, 2:15 minus 20 minutes equals 1:55 p.m. You need to do a little bit of the mental math here to calculate the minutes, ensuring that you count backwards carefully without skipping any steps. Have you considered how to solve this problem for digital clock? For an analog clock, you visualize time changes by moving the hands backward. while for digital clock, you calculate changes numerically, adjusting hours and minutes directly. Well, regardless of which time device it is, I think the answer is the same. It is choice A, 1:55 p.m. Here's a very cool problem which is designed to boost your cognitive skills. You're presented with 5 numbers, 2, 4, 8, 12, and 16, and you need to determine which number doesn't belong. To help you give it your best effort, let's set a goal. Your goal is to fully understand the question and lock in your answer before time runs out. Once you're ready, we'll reconnect on the other side and review it together. Let's get started. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? I hope so, because the solution here is very, very simple. You typically solve these types of problems in 2 steps. In step number 1, you look for patterns in the numbers. And in step 2, you identify the number which breaks the pattern. Let's first examine the sequence for common mathematical patterns. What are those? Multiplication, consistent increases, or powers. If we think it's multiplication, we need to multiply it by 2. 2 multiplied by 2 is 4. 4 multiplied by 2 is 8. So far, so good, right? But it breaks here. 8 multiplied by 2 would be 16, which might be a solution since number 12 doesn't belong, right? And the correct answer would be choice D. But I thought of this a little differently. I thought of it as powers of 2. 2 in power of 1 equal 2, which is the first number. 2 in power of 2 is 4. 2 in power of 3 is 8. And 2 in power of 4 is 16, which also leads us to the answer that choice D is the odd one. So the correct answer here is choice D, 12. Our main goal with this question is to help boost your cognitive skills, making you smarter and more intelligent. Try tackling this question on your own before I share my answer and explanations. Give it your best shot and see how close you can get. I know you can do this. You're presented with 4 expressions. 3 multiplied by 374 equals 21. 4 multiplied by 137 equals 82. 5 multiplied by 731 equals 5. And then last one, 3 multiplied by 573 equals the missing number, which you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 9. Choice B, 10. Choice C, 12. And last but not least, choice D, 16. Time's up. Are you ready to share your answer? To calculate the missing number, you need to multiply first single-digit number by the last digit of the 3-digit number, and then reverse the digits of the resulting product. Let's look at the example to better understand what's happening. The first expression is 3 multiplied by 374 equals 21. To do the actual calculations, we need to take number 3 and then the last digit of the number 374, which is 4. Then you need to multiply 3 by 4 and the result would be 12. And then in the last step, we just need to reverse the digits of the 12. And 12 reversed is 21. Let's look at other expressions to confirm the pattern. 4 multiplied by 137 equals 4 multiplied by 7 and equals 28. 28 reversed is 82. 5 multiplied by 731 equals 5 multiplied by 1 and equals 5. Since 5 is a single-digit number and cannot be reversed, it stays as 5. And, as you might have guessed, this information would be very helpful to calculate the missing number. And guess what? Now is the magic time to calculate the missing number. 3 multiplied by 573 equals 3 multiplied by 3 and equals 9. So the correct answer here is choice A, 9. When answering this question, picture yourself as an expert mapping out the financial plan. Every option you weigh, every decision you make strengthens your blueprint for achieving your financial goals. You're presented with the statement, and you need to determine the missing word in this statement. Profit is to loss, as a revenue is 2, and then comes the missing word, which you need to select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, income. Choice B, expense. Choice C, sales. And last but not least, choice D, investment. Well, it feels like our financial plan is almost there, but it's missing a sprinkle of magic. Let me toss a quick tip to make sure your goals don't just reach the finish line, they cross it doing the victory dance. Take a close look at the relationship between profit and loss. Could it be that the relationship between the words in each pair is one of the opposites or counterparts in financial terminology? I think you've got it now. Give yourself some time to work on the last few steps, verify your answers, and let's reconnect on the other side where your master plan is ready and you're positioned well for wealth generation and growth. Time's up. Are you ready with your answer? I hope you did not select choices A, C, and D, and let me explain you why. Income is closely related to revenue, but it's not the opposite or counterpart. Choice C, sales, is a component of revenue, but not the opposite of it. And choice D, investment, is a financial term, but does not serve as an opposite or counterpart to revenue. Which leads us to expense. And expense is correct because profit is the opposite of loss, just like revenue is the opposite of expense. So the correct answer here is choice B, expense. Admit it or not, but genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. And this is not my quote, this is famously remarked by Thomas Edison. So let's put in the hard work and dedication required to excel in this assessment, knowing that consistent effort leads to greatness. You're presented with 3 shapes. Each shape has smiley face, arrow, and then hexagon. The 4th shape is missing. You need to determine which one to select, and select the 4th shape out of 4 possible choices. Choices A, B, C, and D. This question may seem daunting at first, but I know you have the skills and creativity to tackle it. Trust your abilities and let's explore all the possible solutions together. Let's tackle it as a team. Are you prepared to showcase your response? The way to solve these types of problems is to look at 3 original shapes and determine the pattern. The pattern exists for every shape inside the matrix. For example, if you look closely, you will see that arrow rotates counterclockwise. This is probably the easiest pattern to determine. But hey, there are 2 other patterns because there are 2 other shapes. For example, smiley face moves from corner to corner clockwise. And then hexagon rotates alongside the edges counterclockwise and also changes the fill from gray to white. With that in mind, let's determine the final shape. Based on our logic, the arrow should be pointing at 6 o'clock. The hexagon should have white fill and should be in the upper right corner, and smiley face should be on the opposite side of hexagon in the bottom left corner. So the correct answer here is choice A. Let's face it, with this question, it would be helpful to remember the famous quote from Thomas Edison. I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. He used this quote to describe his work on inventing the light bulb. And I'm thinking, why don't we approach this question with a mindset of experimentation and resilience, knowing that each attempt brings you closer to finding the right solution. You're presented with 3 triangles. Each triangle has surrounding numbers on the outside and the number in the middle. The first triangle has numbers 1, 2, 3, and then number 7 in the middle. The second triangle has numbers 2, 3, and 4, see the pattern? And then number 14 in the middle. Then the third triangle has numbers 3, 4, and 5. Again, I see the pattern repeating. And then missing number in the middle, which you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 23. Choice B, 27. Choice C, 29. And last but not least, choice D, 37. Time's up. Are you ready to show your answer? For example, in this question, the pattern is that the bottom numbers multiplied with the addition of top number calculate the number in the middle of the triangle. Let's look at the example in the first leftmost triangle. 3 multiplied by 2 plus 1 equals 7. Let's verify this pattern with the middle triangle. 4 multiplied by 3 plus 2 equals 14. And now we can calculate the missing number. 5 multiplied by 4 plus 3 equals 23. So the correct answer here is choice A, 23. Answering this question is like figuring out why your friend always cancels plans at the last minute. It's a little tricky, but once you understand their personality, everything makes sense. Stick with it, and you will crack the code soon. You're presented with the simple question: which of the following is the synonym for calm? And your choices for the answers are choice A, relaxed, choice B, stressed, choice C, furious, and choice D, anxious. The answer may not be as simple as you think. Take a little time to carefully think through the problem, and I will guide you through the process with simple hints to help you get to the right answer. Ready, set, go. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? I bet you are, but just in case, let's look at the answer together. To understand human emotional states, let's build a scale. On the one side of the scale, we will have states like calm and relaxed, and on the other side of the scale, we will have states like stressed, furious, and anxious. Let's start by looking at not so happy states. Anxious represents feeling worried and uneasy, but not overwhelmingly intense. Stressed, on the other hand, represents experiencing pressure, tension, or mental strain, stronger than anxious. And furious represents intense anger with extreme emotional state far beyond stressed. So if we build a scale of not so happy states, anxious would be the lowest, stressed would be in the middle, and furious would be the highest. Now, as we've learned about not so happy states, let's learn about happy states, calm and relaxed. Do you know what the definitions are? Why don't we do this? Why don't you put the answers in comments and I'll validate them to give you credit for the correct answers. But for the benefit of this question, we have enough information to conclude what the right answer is. Because both calm and relaxed represent happy states, the correct answer here is choice A, relaxed. But wait, we're not done here. There is more. Here's the question for you to tackle. You're presented with the simple question: which of the following is the opposite of calm? And your choices for the answers are choice A, peaceful, choice B, stressed, choice C, relaxed, and choice D, serene. After you've done selecting your answer, post it in comments and I'll provide you with my feedback. Best of luck with this exciting challenge. Right now, you need to picture yourself as a wizard and this question as a magical matchstick. Correct answer will cast a spell, lighting up your path and unlocking the next enchanted door. Are you ready to use your magic powers and see where it takes you? Let's begin. You're presented with the expression, built from magic matchsticks. You need to move just one matchstick to fix this equation. Let's take a close look. 5 plus 7 equals 2. That's right. Move just one matchstick and it becomes correct. This is not an easy one, so feel free to take your time with this question. And remember, you need to use your magical matchstick powers to its fullest. And when you're ready, we'll review the answer together and I'll walk you through the solution step by step. Time's up. Are we ready to unlock this enchanted door? The tricky part about this question is that you can't use not equal sign. Take a look at how easy would it be to take just one matchstick from the plus sign and move it to the equal sign. This will make the expression 5 minus 7 not equal to 2, but that's not allowed. Guess what? Less and greater signs are not allowed either. So you might ask, what is allowed? Movement of matchsticks from one digit to another digit, from sign to digits, and from digits to sign. And if you're interested, negative numbers are also allowed. Did I mention that moving matchstick from signs to signs is also allowed? So how do we actually solve it? It's so easy you would be surprised. Let's take one matchstick from the plus sign and move it to the digit 5. This way expression becomes 9 minus 7 equals 2, which is mathematically correct. But wait, there is more. Here's the question for you to tackle. Take a close look at this expression. 9 minus 0 equals 5. All you need to do is move just one matchstick to fix this equation, to make it mathematically correct. Take your time with this question, and after you've determined your answer, post it in comments and I'll provide you with my feedback. Best of luck on this exciting question. It's hard to deny that every question holds an opportunity for growth, and we need to approach each one with curiosity and determination, knowing that each attempt brings you closer to mastery. You're presented with 3 cool-looking shapes. Each shape has 7 numbers inside. The first shape has numbers 8, 7, 2, 5, 6, 9, and then number 5 in the middle. The second shape has numbers 3, 4, 7, 8, 1, 6, and then number 7 in the middle. The third shape has numbers 0, 3, 9, 6, 2, 5, and then in the middle comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 0. Choice B, 1. Choice C, 2. And last but not least, choice D, 3. If you're like me, you might have doubts about this question. But don't worry, it's totally natural to encounter challenges. Remember though, every problem has a solution, and I believe you will find it with your ingenuity and perseverance. Let's tackle it as a team. Are you prepared to showcase your response? As you might have guessed, to calculate the number, we need to detect the pattern. And pattern here is simple, but not very obvious. The pattern is that the sum of all inside numbers minus the sum of the outside numbers calculates the middle number. Let's look at the example. In the first shape, the inside numbers are 5, 7, and 9. And the sum of 5, 7, and 9 minus the sum of 2, 6, and 8 equals 5. Let's confirm our calculations by looking at the second shape. 6 plus 4 plus 8 minus 1 plus 3 plus 7 equals 7. And now we can calculate the missing number. 5 plus 3 plus 6 minus 2 plus 0 plus 9 equals 3. So the correct answer here is choice D, 3. Are you ready to practice your skills? Try this question to see how you would do. You're presented with the clock, which shows time as 7:50 p.m. If the clock is set back by 3 hours and 37 minutes, what would be the new time? Your choices for the answers are choice A, 3:43 p.m., choice B, 4:13 p.m., choice C, 4:03 p.m., or choice D, 3:53 p.m. Once you're certain with your answer, post it in comments and I'll give you my feedback. Good luck with this intriguing challenge. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you for helping us to become one of the largest YouTube channels to help people become smarter, increase your IQ, and to pass any test. If the content of this video was helpful, please make sure to click the like button to help YouTube algorithm promote this video and help other people to find it faster. Giving us a like is also a way for you to tell us that you need more content like this, and when you tell us, we will deliver it for you in the future. For links to free and premium resources, please check the description and comments of this video. You can also go directly to our website, howtoanalyzedata.net, to download the materials related to this topic. I really appreciate your endorsement, support, and patronage of this channel. And thank you for considering to become a member and considering to subscribe. Please leave feedback, suggestions, or corrections in comments. And all the best on your journey. I'll see you in my next video.